I'm bored, so let's make a blog. So today we're doing cooking with Kevin and friends, but I don't have any friends with me today. But I would have loved this setup back in high school, college time when I did videos. Oh, hey, ignore my plate and my dirty stuff from work yesterday that I still haven't put away. So, man, guys, I'm just gonna let you know that when I was younger, kid-wise, I made something called, it's so disgusting. All right. I had a thing called board block, and so what would happen is, what's going on? Oh, it's still recording. Okay. So your hamburger meat, and then I like to oil it up with some truff oil. I'm making tacos. It's Taco Tuesday, man. Gotta make some tacos. Yeah, I know I haven't. I'm doing this in a little bit awkward way because I totally forgot to throw the oil in first. So let me get this all mashed up. So when I was a kid, I had a show called Board Block. And what I do, just random skits. It wasn't even really a block, it was just random skits. Come on, meat. Stay in there, homie. Alright, so what would happen was, my favorite skit of the whole thing was, am I eating just because I'm bored? And yes, it was based off of The Grinch. I'm a huge Grinch fan, so, jeez. So, that would be my favorite. I ended up making a whole show, which didn't last long because that's just who I am. I'm using the plate on my thing. That's who I am. Anyways, I ended up making the whole show called Cooking with Kevin and Friends, and I would cook random stuff that people would like, stuff that you would not really think to cook. I mean, you would think to cook it, but it's something that wouldn't be on a cooking show. Like what I'm kind of going to make today. Tacos, but in a Kevin special way. So I added a step that I normally don't do. I don't know why. I usually don't salt and pepper it. Alright. So we did some truffle oil. Yeah, that was good. Alright. Now here's what we're going to use for the seasoning. And I ripped off. Oh, I am out of the rest of them. Okay, well, this is my last one. I'm using taco seasoning this time. This is a great brand, and I'm blanking out on the brand. I carry this brand for work, and I'm all of a sudden blanking it out. Let me drain the stinking grease first. Hot water. Alright, scoot it all the way down. Alright. I know it's not completely cooked, but we'll get there, okay? This is some stinking sick taco meat. And I don't always use the whole thing of taco meat, but I'm going to this today. Alright. Out the water. Alright, so we put the taco meat in. Get it all chunkied up, less chunky. Give me one second. Here's my special ingredient when doing this. I'm gonna pan it up a little bit. Spaghetti sauce. Marinara today. I usually do other stuff, and today I'm using Pizza Girl. By the way, if you've never tried this sauce, it is amazing. I love it. I have some extra, and yes, I am using pretty much only samples today. Uh, so I really wanted some tomatoes in my taco meat one day, and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use pizza sauce, and I use this instead of using water. And I added about twice. So I let it cook for a little bit, get it all stirred up, and then I added in a little bit more at the end. You still get that nice taco-y taste to it with the taco seasoning. And of course, you can always make your own taco seasoning and pasta sauce and all that jazz. I don't really want to, so I'm not going to. And yes, I am actually going to add one more item to this taco because meat. Because that's just how I roll. While we wait, I'm going to show you a little bit of a snack I like to have. It tastes better with you know, Ritz crackers, but I don't have Ritz right now. There we go. Let's get back to cooking. To be honest, I think I actually used just the right amount of pasta sauce this time. Usually I add more, but I think I put too much in it in the first place. So okay, so there is one thing I love this taco sauce that I have, seasoning that I have. And this is why I don't usually put salt on it, but this one's salty, so I just added more salt for no freaking reason. So whoopsie daisies. Alright, so everything's cooked, looks like. You know what? I don't remember if I brought taco shells or not, so I'm gonna have to look. Alright. It looks pretty much almost done. Maybe a little bit less heat. And sometimes I like to simmer it, but not today. So, I forgot tortillas when I went to buy my food. And so guess what? Taco burgers instead. Turn the heat way down. Actually, I'm just gonna turn it off. And I'm gonna add this last ingredient because I ain't got tomatoes. And so I really wanted to try this. And we're gonna try it and see if it tastes good. You may be wondering. I have a song stuck in my head now. Just kidding. What in the world am I putting in? Is that tomatoes? Is that a can of tomatoes? No. Most definitely not. Not this time. Ugh. And you may have already seen it. I'm not looking at the camera. Got myself some Delalo bruschetta. Let me paint it up more so I'm not like putting it in the fire. In the thing. This stuff is amazing. I love bruschetta. Just love it. It's so great. Put it in the fridge. I'm gonna let it cook just a tiny bit more and then get me a plate and make me a taco. Ooh, not too close. You're gonna set it on fire. Because I have the crackers out, I'm gonna go ahead and sample it. Come on, get some on there. Why are you falling off? Okay, here we go. That's a lot, too. Here we go. Ooh, still too hot. Mmm. Okay, it's not too salty. That is amazing. That bruschetta just gives it that little extra that it's looking for. That I was looking for, I mean. So, I may just make crackers and tacos. Alright. So, since I'm doing a taco burger, I did not feel like shredding any cheese, so we're gonna go with the yummy sliced American cheese that is probably completely fake. And you know what? I'm gonna go with 2 pieces on each bread. Then we're gonna put our fantastic taco meat with the bruschetta right there. That sounds gross, so slimy sounding. And I actually have lettuce this time, even though it's kind of wilted, and I wanted to use it before it went bad because I'm silly. That is gross lettuce right there. I bought it for tacos. Forgot I had it, because you know, that's just how life goes, right? Alright. Oh, shoot. I feel like we could use some more taco meat on there, but that's alright. I can always make another one. Definitely a sweet tea addict. So we got ourselves some sweet tea. And here we go. I'm going to bring it up here so I don't make a huge darn mess. And, oh, frick. That is amazing. I really wish it was a taco, but it's still amazing. Definitely would love to see your guys' comment on this. What you guys think, and if you guys try it, let me know below what you guys thought of it. Obviously use whatever ingredients you want, but I definitely recommend putting some bruschetta and pasta sauce in next time you make your taco meat, because it gives it that great moisture. You heard the squeaky, you know, not squeaky, sliminess of it, right? Yeah. It's kind of more of a manwich now because of that, but which maybe I'll make that next time. A manwich that I've learned. So let's get on to the next segment. Forgot to say something. Let me get a utensil. Am I eating just because I'm bored? Okay. So I know it's another day, but hey, for some reason that day I forgot to do any other video. But anyway, I'm not gonna do a little skit. I'm gonna actually just review this, so that way I can finally get it done. Maybe if I like the story enough, I will definitely buy some of the action figures. Alright. Oh, cool. It has like the collection action figures in the front cover. Like, hey, look, here's all the figures that you can get. In the year 2050. There's an asteroid, a dude with some dog tags, a hungry churro. He named his dog Churro. That's cute. Kaboom! I wasn't gonna read this whole thing, but alright. So this lady has psychic powers already. She's like, oh, there's something coming. She grabs her 2 swords. And then there's another guy who gets into some planes.
And then they fly to space in their jet planes. Okay. Okay. The little alien characters are called Nithoids and Crawlers. And it looks like who would be our main character who yelled churro at first picks up a crawler and throws it into a synthoid and says, "What? They're doing recon? But for what? I'm not just gonna let them treat the Earth like it belongs to them." Okay, well, I think I was wrong. I don't think the planes actually went in space because on one of the other panels. Okay, so it goes into around the world. Karn, which is the bad guy, crawlers and synthoids clash with the Earth's bravest, which I guess I don't know. One of the main guys gets shot at, and a car explodes. I'm gonna assume he probably survives, but he goes through the car. Looks like, or he's dodging it, but they drew it really awful. Uh, the girl with the two swords is named Shift. There is another girl with a bat. Her name is Amar. There's a guy with a sniper rifle named, wait for it, Scope. There's a guy with a bunch of guns attached to him named Ruck. Hey, ETA, phone home, or ET, phone home and get to your mothership and pick up your mommy ship and mothership. Okay, never mind. Reptide. It looks like a fisherman shooting aliens with a spear gun. Steel, which was the guy who I said flew up into space. He's on the planes. And a few of his planes blew up. And later, it looks like the guy with the dog now has a robot arm. Because his arm blew up because he did not dodge very well. But his dog's fine. So they want to be able to tell how everything started without having the bad guy become an inner monologue or something. So the girl, she's Asian. She studied in a monk temple, and she was able to open up her mind for psychic abilities. And she saw that these aliens have been taking over planets, and something went wrong because of a solar flare storm, and it made them crash into the moon instead. So their mothership is on the moon, but they keep sending aliens to Earth to try to deplete us our resources. Interesting. Our main guy is named Sergeant Steadfast. It took 6 pages to find that out. Okay, this comic book is definitely for kids. Okay. I wasn't going to go more into detail, but this is like an origin story, so here we go. So this doctor lady creates a wheelchair for her son. That's kind of cool. Now he looks like kind of like Professor Xavier. This hover car. She created a robot named ACRM, Augmented Combat Rescue Mech Robot. ACRM, like an acronym for short. Anyways, she also made a dog suit, and she puts churro in it, and it's called FDO, and it has a really awesome pair of swords for a tail, and Fido. Anyways, and it has a weapon called Sonic Boom Bark. Yeah, it's definitely written for kids. This whole time, these people are like, hey, you know what? We're going to take down some aliens. And then the first thing the sergeant says is, listen up. You're probably all wondering why you're here. No, they're not. They know there's an alien invasion. You idiot. Okay, the best part of this comic is the final page.
Look, there's Sarge and Churro making cookies. Okay. Fake advertisements at the end. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. And look, there's an issue 2. I have not found it anywhere, but maybe I will. So I can't decide if they're trying to be haha funny, make fun of, old school comic books, or if they're just trying to make a cash grab off of kids and don't realize how smart kids are these days. It's probably the latter, but I do like a few of these things. So far, just by the looks of it, I'm probably gonna like this this guy here in the back. He's not very visible through the whole thing. His name is Torn, I think. But he steals his own file, so I'm gonna assume he's gonna be very, important to the whole storyline. The dog, Fido, mech suit armor, is probably my favorite, with Churro in the middle, piloting it. But I don't understand how Churro can pilot it, because it's just like a regular dog. It's not like a smart dog or anything. So I don't know. Anyways, apparently our moon is not actually a moon. It is their mothership for the Karn army. And this whole team is called Final Faction. So yeah, they don't even say that in the whole comic. And then, oh wait, you know what? Actually, they did. I forgot now. I remember now. This is the Final Faction group. Is pretty much what he says. Yeah, right here. And we've been picked by Alpha Leader to destroy aliens. Which I'm assuming they knew that, so he didn't have to explain it, but because they all have, their special combat abilities. So, alright. Overall, for children, definitely would give it, a 7 out of 10. But for like adults reading comic books, this is definitely like a 4. There's pretty cool drawings, action. So maybe a 5. Maybe a 5. There's some deception. There's some. It's just the story, the bubbles, the speaking bubbles is what's the issue. What the issue is. So like the artwork and all that, the overall theme of it is pretty awesome. But besides the fact that Churro can pilot this dog mech, I mean, I know dogs are smart, but like, anyways, it doesn't seem plausible for that. But anyways, but their one-liners, their the way that they explain stuff is definitely like a 4. But the overall artwork and everything else, I'd definitely give it like a 7. And maybe an 8 out of 10. I've seen better, but I've also seen worse. So, yeah, I think they could have done better with the writing, but that's about it. Let's, I want to get the second one now. Now I'm invested and curious, and they have the toys like everywhere through Dollar Tree, so I might buy a couple, whenever I'm there next, if I have the money. But yeah, like I said, overall it's pretty good. Very generic, though.
I like how they take a bunch of different, like, it's a very big G.I. Joe feel with a little bit of random stuff mixed in. The aliens being one of the random things, and then the random transformer that's in there, the ARMC or CM or whatever. So, but yeah, I think this is gonna be a good one. So I'm gonna look for book 2.